Hello everyone, and welcome to Sunburned Albino Plays Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair, Episode 12. We just got done talking to every girl that's involved in the Twilight murder mystery, or whatever, high school thing. It's been a couple days since I've played, but I remember the story mostly. I think what they wanted me to do was go to Mahiru's cottage. Yes, indeed. And then also, Fuyuhiko is in his cottage. We should probably try and talk to him also. You think so? I think so. Hello.
See?
Mahiru's cottage. It should be on this side in the very back. Yeah, that's great. But obviously, I'm looking at Fuyuhiko right now, who's over... not there. Here. Fuyuhiko should be inside. He's not coming out, huh?
I
can't help thinking about Fuyuhiko too, but I think it's better if we investigate Mahiru's cottage for now. Yeah, you're right. I mean, if you say so. The door looks unlocked. Moving after you're told would be too third-rate, so I made sure to be one step ahead. However, removing what's inside is a huge no-no. There are others who want to investigate too. I guess I should go inside. Compared to my room, the cottage had a somewhat pleasant smell wafting throughout the room. That proves Mahiru is here, but she's not coming back. Then I should try looking for a naughty book. Why?
Yep.
No, I was only kidding. Kidding? Are you that kind of person? Jeez. Well, at least I don't feel nervous anymore. Wait, could that be the reason she said that?
See?
But it looks like we don't need to search for it. Check out that thing on top of the bed. On top of the bed? There's an envelope on top of the bed. Could it be... this might be it. The ending prize Monokuma gave to the first person who beat that game. What's inside the envelope? Let's find out. I turned over the envelope, and what came falling out was, because you can pronounce it however you want, a few photos. This photo! This is a photo of Mikan, Ibuki, and Hiyoko in what appears to be some sort of entrance hall. It's just like that game.
Yep.
There was a similar scenario... Oh, Chiaki's saying it. There was a similar scenario during the first day in Twilight's True Edition. Girl B was in a bad mood because Girl A was late, and Girl D tried to cheer her up by taking her picture. Is this the photo she took? Look at this photo, too. A broken vase? Is that the same photo Girl D showed Girl E on the third day? As I recall, a broken vase was in the classroom next to the music room.
But still...
But this photo was more shocking. As Chiaki showed the photo to me, I was stunned into silence. This is an actual photo of a dead body. Since there's a piano behind the body, it looks like it's in the music room. If that's the case, could this be the photo of the first victim? You mean it's the victim of the murder that occurred on the first day?
Oh.
Yeah, the one they blamed on a pervert. High school girl's crime scene photo has been added. And one more. This is the last photo. Ugh. This is probably the photo of Girl E after she got killed on the fourth day. I mean, it nearly matches her body in the game.
See?
Yeah, there's no mistake. This is a photo of Girl E. Girl E's crime scene photo has been added to the Truth Bullets section. With that, we finished looking at all the photos. So, based on all these photos...
Yep.
Yeah, it seemed pretty clear. This is the ending prize. This is the ending prize for beating Twilight. And what's depicted in these photos proves that Twilight Syndrome murder case is based on an actual murder. Does that mean that stuff about our memories being stolen?
Huh?
What's this? Is there something else?
See?
There's a note inside the envelope. Try playing Twilight Syndrome. After you get a game over, press down 5 times for the real game. Once you do, you should remember what you all did to my sister. We'll talk then. This note.
Wait.
Maybe the
Time
first
out.
person to beat the game and receive the ending prize wasn't Mahiru. Someone else sent this to Mahiru. And that person is the one who actually received the ending prize. Yeah, it's Fuyuhiko, obviously. Like, they spell it out for you a long time ago. Mahiru wasn't just lured there by Nagito, she also received this envelope.
Yep.
And that's why she played that game, right? Then the person who played this game first, this envelope looks very familiar. And the word sister written in this note. Based on these clues, I can't think of anyone other than him. Indeed!
Hey,
Yep,
hey.
I'm glad we came here to investigate. Because we did that, we discovered a very important clue. Yeah, I agree. But there's still one thing left. We have to find out who actually killed Mahiru, but there's not much time left. I need to hurry. Hey, Monokuma Pet.
No.
At this point, maybe it's too obvious that Fuyuhiko killed her. I'm starting to think... Well, hold on a sec. These photos, Mahiru must have taken them. She probably developed them at the supermarket. Even in this situation, there's a lot of photos of smiling people. Is that because of her personality? I mean, maybe Hyoko's the one that killed her. And Fuyuhiko was like there and like wanted to talk and whatever. Maybe he was going to, but couldn't in time. Hajime and Chiaki, what a coincidence! If something happens twice, third time's the charm, so they say. What coincidence? Are you a stalker or something?
Now.
Don't say that! I was just thinking about filling you in on the results of my investigation. Results? Did you find something?
Bow to me.
I'll let you know if you drop to your knees and lick my shoes. Huh? Just kidding, I was joking. It didn't sound like a joke to me.
Actually,
Well, it's about the footprints. The killer left their footprints in front of the beach house, right? Did you find out whose footprints those are? If you want to know, I highly recommend you come to the beach house with me. With you? Of course you'll come with me, right? I don't trust him as far as I can throw him, but if I can get a clue... What are you going to do, Chiaki? I'm gonna try to talk to Fuyuhiko and see if he can tell me anything. So I'll leave this to you.
yep.
Yeah, that's definitely a good idea. If someone like me tried to talk to him, it'd be impossible, but it might be different with a girl. Just be careful that he doesn't get rough with you.
Yep.
I guess this is where we part. I'll see you later, Hajime.
What?
Huh? Did you actually want her to stay? Actually? What do you mean?
Bye now.
Let's go. I'll go on ahead to the beach house and wait there. Interesting little back and forth there. Let's go to the map. I think, you know, they could do the obvious thing and have Fuyuhiko kill Mahiru for revenge on his sister. Or... if this is like one of those things where it's like Fuyuhiko and Hyoko and Mahiru were there. Hyoko took the bat, tried to swing it at Fuyuhiko, but hit Mahiru instead somehow. Like that, I mean, that's, you know, it's a stretch, but I'm not saying it couldn't happen. Where are we trying to go? Oh yeah, beach house. That's on the second island. To Chandler Beach. Oh, and would you look at this?
Huh? Are you serious?
I mean, you were kind of hiding, like, in plain sight. You know what I mean? I wouldn't blame me for that one.
Now
Let's
then.
try going inside.
My.
Nagito! Whoa! Why the hell are you here?
Hello there.
Why, hello there, Kazuichi. Thanks for going easy on me earlier. Thanks to you, I was able to walk away with just mild bruising. You clearly think like an ultimate.
What the heck?
This bastard. You two have arrived at a good time? Big news! I've discovered something very terrible. A terrible discovery?
Not only that, I believe it's nothing like Sonia's, but there's something I noticed too.
You too, Mikan? Yep, this is great. It looks like the investigation is reaching its boiling point. Well, you're gonna tell me something about the mask, right? Listen, I have big news! Huge, huge news! What's the big news?
See?
Remember that Sun Witch Esperito mask that was next to Mahiru's body? Oh, the mask the killer used to hide their face.
Listen.
No, that is not correct. That mask was not just used to hide their face. Then what was it for?
Well?
Sparkling Justice. Huh? Sparkling Justice is a serial killer and self-professed ally of justice whose name makes mankind shudder. They wear a hero mask at all times. Supposedly, they are a serial killer who only murders other criminals. Do not look so disappointed, Hajime. You need to be surprised.
Hey.
This Sparkling Justice character, that's the serial killer you were talking about before, right? It's true that the mask we found is a hero mask, but it is a heroine mask, to be precise. Sun Witch Esperito is a pretty witch girl. See? A heroine.
Anyway.
Anyway, so you're saying it's possible that this serial killer is the one who killed Mahiru? Which means there's a serial killer hiding among us? I'm pretty sure I've seen a twist like this in some video game. This is stupid. Serial killer my ass. The killer just used it to cover their face.
That's weird.
But even so, they sure chose something that stands out. That might be true, but although it's
However-
easy to write this off as foolish, it might be best if we exercise some caution. Sonia, can you tell me everything you know about this so-called Sparkling Justice? As the light of justice shines upon my mask, I expose the hearts of malevolent evil. The hell?
Justice complete.
Justice complete! The center of justice that is pierced by justice! The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky! That would be me! Sparkling Justice! What the heck was that?
Well?
That is Sparkling Justice's catchphrase.
What?
An unknown serial killer has a catchphrase? You're British now for some reason.
Do you
I read it
have
in a
a
magazine in the library. There has only ever been one person, a journalist, who has interviewed Sparkling Justice. The article was written in their native language, so I tried translating it. However, in the end, that journalist was punished by Sparkling Justice too. No good can come from getting involved with a serial killer. The serial killer might not want to hear that from you. This is all I know about Sparkling Justice. Thanks to the masks, nobody knows their true age or gender, making them a very mysterious individual. Hey, isn't that kind of a stretch, to say that there's a serial killer hiding in our group?
Listen.
No, it does not mean they are in our group. It is possible the serial killer was lurking on this island all along, before they decided to murder Mahiru.
Wow.
That's probably not possible. But that is the only thing I can think of. I mean, no matter how much I think about it, I simply cannot believe it. That one of us is capable of committing such a horrible murder. No matter how much I think about it, I simply cannot believe it. Sonia, I do understand Sonia's feelings, but it's highly unlikely that there's a serial killer hiding on this island. Oh, my nose. Oh, look at those sinuses flare up. Isn't that something? Isn't that something special? I think it is. Mikan, you had something to say too, right?
Well, compared to the others, what I have to say isn't that important. So please don't get your hopes up and be disappointed.
I get it. So just get on with it.
I tried my best to perform the autopsy, and I was able to find out. Mahiru was definitely killed by a blow to the head. She was probably struck from behind by one blow. Based on the scar, the weapon is clearly the metal bat. But every dark cloud has a silver lining, as they say. It looks like Mahiru didn't suffer.
What does that mean?
There's no doubt that she died instantly.
Her death was instant? That sounds a little strange. I think I'd better remember that. Yeah, that means that she did not, in fact, crawl over to the door.
And there's another thing I found. I'm sorry, I started talking on my own. Were you busy right now?
Just tell me.
During the autopsy, I discovered this in Mahiru's pocket.
I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place and time? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30 p.m. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. It would be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. Hiyoko Saionji. This letter.
If this letter is real, it would mean Hiyoko met up with Mahiru, right?
Plus, Mahiru's estimated time of death was around 3 p.m. and they met 30 minutes prior. If we think
about what that implies, then... Oh, I'm starting to get confused!
If it's true, what does it mean? What happened between Mahiru and Hiyoko? Yummy. Did anybody else have anything to say? Oh yeah, you have to talk to me about the footprints. Hey, tell me what you know already. Didn't you find out whose footprints those were? Actually, how were you able to find that out? After listening to everyone's story at the airport, I went to a certain place. Well, it's probably better to say I snuck in to everyone's cottages. Everyone's cottages?
Yep.
I told Monokuma I needed access for the investigation, so he simply let me in. That bastard, he did something shady again.
Now then.
But why did I do something like that? Well, I'll explain my reasoning to you. Nagito squatted down near the entrance to the beach house and began to spread some papers he was holding.
See?
Come on, Hajime, take a look. After all, I went to the trouble of gathering all this. Those footprints. I see, so the reason you snuck inside everyone's cottages was...
Yep.
That's right, I wanted to get a sample of everybody's footprints. But unfortunately, Fuyuhiko wouldn't leave his cottage, so I couldn't complete it. Well, I guess it's no big deal. It seems obvious that the footprints belong to this person. Whose footprints are they?
Yep.
Hiyoko Saionji. Hiyoko's?
Well...
To be honest, the reason I summoned her to the airport was so I could lure her out of her cottage. She shut herself inside her cottage, remember? If she stayed in there, I couldn't sneak in.
Perhaps...
So I figured if I lured her out, she wouldn't be in a hurry to go back to her cottage. You're treating her like a small animal. But it was totally worth it. The footprint I collected there was smaller than anyone else's and matched the footprints at the beach house. Yep, there's no mistake. These are Hiyoko's footprints. Footprints on the beach has been updated in your truth handbook. Check the truth bullets. It's not called the truth handbook, but thanks. Also, it's not like I was snooping around or anything, but I found something really interesting at her cottage. Something interesting? I found a lot of these candies inside her room. They're gummy candies that come in 4 different flavors: strawberry, melon, grape, and orange. It looks like she got it from the supermarket. Apparently she really likes this brand of gummies. There should have been other gummy brands, but she only brought home a bunch of these. People are like that sometimes. There are people who will only eat the same brand, even if it's just potato chips. What's wrong with that? Well, it's not clear if this relates to the incident, but I thought I should tell you just in case. Just in case. Coming from this guy, that means it probably greatly relates to the incident. Gummy bag has been added to the Truth Bullets section of Yo Handbook. Ding dong bing bong!
The time for unparalleled hedonism has come to an end! Come! Now is the time to fight the decisive battle! The hostility of fresh blood, the insanity of a contest of wits! The class trial is finally raising its curtain! So meet up in front of Monokuma Rock! Once you're there, please proceed to the underground by taking the elevator located at the secret entrance. I'll see you soon!
Now
Looks
then.
like it's time. I guess the investigation is over. So it's finally starting. The class trial where our hopes and the killer's hope will finally clash. But it's alright. Either way, hope will win in the end. Now then, let's go prove it. What's he so excited about? There's no reason to respond to a guy like that. Anyway, we should start heading over. At the trial field where Monokuma is waiting. I have to make my case there.
There
is no escape. We have no choice but to press forward. Now then, let us go. As we talked among ourselves, we left the beach house and Mahiru's body. This is such a weird walking animation. So, yeah, I'm not ending the episode. But the way that this has to go, because the class trials are way longer, is that I can't upload them in parts on the same day anymore. You just have to have the cliffhangers. You know, it'll be like 3 episodes for each trial. And they'll go up over the course of 3 days. I gotta do it that way. So, yeah. So that's how that's going. But that's, you know, it's whatever. It'll still be interesting.
No, let me go! Help me! He's gonna do something crazy to me. I'll be ruined.
Hey, shut up and stay put, you stubborn little Lolita.
Please, stop harassing little girls.
This is what's going on. Hiyoko was trying to run away, so Monokuma brought her here by force. But Hiyoko's still trying to run away, so Monokuma's trying to wrap her in a full Nelson. Hey, if you don't stay put, I'm gonna make you a part of this island's food chain. She's making me waste my sweet-ass time. But there's another problem to deal with besides this one. Where the heck is Fuyuhiko? That guy, he totally ditched. He totally ditched my appointment. He pisses me off. His anger changed his form. I'm right here.
Fuyuhiko, you came. I was worried about you.
There's nowhere for me to run anyway, so no matter the ending, I have to accept it, right? But still, I'm a Yakuza! Accepting defeat is not an option! Fuyuhiko, what does that mean? Well, it's all good. If the trial heats up, it's all good. Anyway, looks like everyone's here, so let us depart now.
See
I'll go
ya
first and be one step ahead of you guys.
This is bad.
Crap, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
Like,
Do you even have to prepare? If you don't have enough power, harness your latent energy. Come on, bring out that energy! So it begins, the beginning of the end. Now then, let's keep our spirits high, so we can one day find that shining hope. That's right, I can only... Moving forward is the only option. I'm gonna say Hiyoko killed Mahiru. Unless Sonya really did come out of nowhere. And just... as the serial killer, Star Justice, or whatever her name is. One thing I'm 100% sure of is that it's not Fuyuhiko now.
No matter how many times I see it, it's such bad taste. The worst, the lowest, most brutal taste.
Somehow I moved my muscles, stiff from fear and nerves, and awkwardly walked onto the escalator. For some reason, my breathing was short, and I was eventually struck by a feeling similar to dizziness. The moment all of us were inside Monokuma Rock. It's great how this game just, like, toys with your expectations, right? Because I was so sure it was Fuyuhiko, right? Because they want me to think that. But now it's like, I don't think there was any way that it was him. A rumbling sound filled the room, and the surrounding space began to fall. Like, he did send that note about hurting his sister or whatever, but he didn't do it. As it shook with a clatter, the elevator we were inside continued to drop. Throughout that drop, I was fluctuating between feeling hope and despair, as if my heart was a rotten fruit, swelling in the sun before it finally goes squish. I suddenly stopped breathing. My consciousness began to fade from the pressure. I tried to endure that pressure by firmly standing on my legs, and after a while, the elevator's vibrations gradually weakened. And then it stopped altogether. Aim! Defeat the boring routine! So, I've decided to start redecorating. How's it look? Mr. Monokuma's redecoration is awesome, isn't it? It's not like I'd allowed you to think otherwise anyway.
To go to the trouble of doing something this elaborate. Really, what is your true intention?
Nothing really. Essentially, this killing game is just to kill time anyway. Kill time? To break away from my purpose. That alone is my purpose. A purpose is only gonna be a weakness. Those who have purpose are always the weakest ones in the bunch. That's why you guys should forget about such cheap-ass purposes like trying to survive, and enjoy the class trial from the bottom of your hearts. It's starting. The class trial is starting. A deadly hope, a deadly despair. Mahiru Koizumi, the ultimate photographer. She had an unyielding force of personality, but she was actually very good at taking care of people. Most importantly, she was always straightforward. The person that killed her is among us. Yeah, it was Teru Teru again. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it, but it might have been Byakuya. He might have come back from the dead and sat on her. Regardless, we need to find the answer. It doesn't matter if you believe it or not. Because it's the only way. Aside from finding out who the killer is, there is no other way for us to survive. And so, this life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair has begun. Okay, I'm not excited about this at all, because if you watched my episode 7, I think it was, where if you watched like the class trial summary and didn't just go elsewhere, you know that I hate every single minigame in this thing. Yeah, increase the time limit, increase the influence gauge, very important. Cheat code, the time limit doesn't decrease even if you shoot a statement with a silencer. Effective during the non-stop debate. Well, I don't use the silencer, so it doesn't matter. Ambidextrousness will help. Easier to shift mood in my favor. Mood Maker is very good for that, and we've got it all. Okay, so I'm not sure that I need to review anything, but I guess we'll do it anyway. I've been caught off guard before, thinking that I knew all the answers, because before I went through it all. Monokuma file number 2. The victim is Mahiru Koizumi. Estimated time of death is around 3 p.m. So remember the time, 3 p.m. The cause of death is a single killing blow to the head. There are no other conspicuous injuries. The bloodstain on the floor had streaks leading to the roadside doors, and Mahiru had crawled through it, but she didn't because she died instantly according to Mikon's testimony. Autopsy. So she was placed to look exactly like the game. Which, if you think about that, that means that the person who killed her had to have finished the game. Did Hiyoko finish the game? I guess if she didn't, then suspicion would fall back on Fuyuhiko as the only person among the suspects that had finished the game. Unless Sonya just comes out of nowhere again. Like, you know, she's still an outlier for me on this one. The footprints were Hiyoko's, because it does prove that she was there. But maybe she ran away before the killing happened. We've got the metal bat. We got the trash can. There were a bunch of empty plastic bottles inside the trash can. I'm not sure what these would be important for. They're probably drinks from the refrigerator. Pretty anime girl mask, yeah. It doesn't prove that anybody wore it, though. It was just there. Yellow gummy proves that Hiyoko was there. Also, in addition to the footprints, it proves that she was in the closet, maybe. Maybe she hid in the closet during what happened and then ran away afterwards. I could see that happening. Then we have the shower room. However, the shower is out of order and cannot be used. Maybe that'll play into somebody's excuse for meeting there. Like, you know that you can't use the shower. So why were you really in the beach house? We've got the iron-barred window. It can be open, but due to its high location, you can't be accessed unless you hitch a piggyback ride from someone. So then who would have helped? It wasn't Hiyoko that went through there, because we have her footprints going out the door. So who mustered their way outside the window? I'm starting to think Hiyoko didn't do it. Or if she did, she's an idiot. This may point to Sonya more than Hiyoko now. I mean, if it took 2 people to escape from this thing, I wonder what was all happening here. Maybe if there was an accomplice. No, because now that doesn't make sense. Never mind. The broken fish tank, a tipped over fish tank was found in the music room. Gravel and water were scattered everywhere. I'm not sure what that would play into anything. But, you know, it's got to be there for a reason. The killer's escape route, and there was a broken window. Normally you can't leave the music room without passing through the entrance hall. Well, if they were recreating the events exactly, then the killer would have exited through the window. In which case, it couldn't have been Hiyoko. Then we have the stolen school swimsuit. Girl E had her swimsuit stolen by someone, and she also had it stolen again, which is why she did not come to the beach with everybody and instead went off on her own, which makes her and Hiyoko the only two girls that were not involved in the girl beach activity. We've got the ending prize. It consists of an envelope. It was a letter that said, "Try playing. Once you do, you should remember what you all did to my sister. We'll talk then." So that is definitely from Fuyuhiko. We have the entrance hall photo, which is basically probably just to confirm that it is in fact based on real events. The broken vase photo. I don't know what this is about. They were making this big deal about how, like, oh, but that crack, it wasn't from the window, it was from the vase. But the window was also broken. Were they saying that the window was broken earlier? I don't know. Look at the victim's crime scene photo. One of the ending prizes is a crime scene photo of the victim after she was killed in the music room. She was the first victim. So she was, Maybe this proves that Fuyuhiko killed Girl E. Because Mahiru was Girl D. So it proves he's a murderer, but he didn't murder this one, so maybe he gets off scot-free. But now people, like, have to, like, know that has killed before. Girl E's crime scene photo, yep, because that ain't Mahiru. It's just some chick with black hair. I don't know who it's supposed to be. But that's fine. Maybe I should have looked at the... If Girl E was... When they showed the staff credits, I don't think I saw a name for Girl E. So I don't know who she was. We've got the gummy bag, which proves that Hiyoko likes gummies, that proves she was in the closet. We have the letter on Mahiru, which proves that Hiyoko wanted to meet with Mahiru at the beach house. And Mikan's autopsy report proves that she did not crawl to the door, she was dragged. Okay, I think we're good now. I think I've got everything. Logic difficulty still mean. I can handle a mean logic.
Now then, let's begin with a sip during the class trial.
Yeah, no, we don't
If you
need to
vote, I
hear
will
the
punish.
thing.
Oh, no matter how many times I hear it, it's such a cruel rule.
Now then, let's first discuss the motive. That masterpiece of gaming, Twilight Syndrome murder case.
What? Who cares about that game?
The outcome of this trial should be determined by whether or not we find Mahiru's killer.
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
Yeah, you're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
I'm sure everyone who's beaten the game already knows that it's based on an actual murder case.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give us a detailed explanation.
It means Twilight Syndrome Murder Case is a non-fiction game. Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
Some of us are characters in a video game?
So, I think it's better if we clarify who the characters in the game are first.
The characters in the game were girl A, B, C, D, E, and boy F. And the high school girl who got killed at the beginning. Mikan Sumiki, Mahiru Koizumi, Hiyoko Saionji, Ibuki Miyota. Who is Sato? I don't know who Sato is. I think Sato must be girl E. Because the other two people are both Kuzuryu. That's Fuyuhiko and his little sister. So who's Sato? The first character the player was able to control was Girl A. The true identity of Girl A... Oh, I don't know. Mekon?
I see.
I think, yeah.
Girl A is probably Mekon Tsumiki.
Are the credits in order? Nah,
That
they're not.
timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A. Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy. Ha! A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights. Ah, a nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too. Huh?
She's right. The one who said that was Girl B?
I see.
Girl B was short and foul-mouthed.
Yeah, okay.
She's probably Hiyoko.
So then Girl C was Ibuki.
Short and foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me.
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C.
Girl C, huh? Her personality was hyper, energetic, and unique. That would be Ibuki.
I see.
Girl C is Ibuki.
Girl C? Then I'll see you next Tuesday. Let's move on to Girl D.
Girl D, huh? There's only one person who always had a camera with them. That would be Mahiru.
I see.
Girl D is Mahiru, the victim in this case.
Yeah, that's correct. Let's skip Girl E and talk about Guy F.
He's Guy F.
I see.
Aren't you Guy F, Fuyuhiko?
I was in a game? That's fucking stupid.
That reminds me. Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu?
Another person?
It was one of the names on the staff roll. The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyoda, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another Kuzuryu.
Hold on. Why do you keep saying there were two Kuzuryus?
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll. Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
The reason Fuyuhiko's last name Kuzuryu appears twice, it's true I have a hunch, but to call me out like that, Nagito, you're definitely someone I shouldn't mess with. The reason Fuyuhiko's last name Kuzuryu appears twice, it's probably because he had a little sister.
I can prove it with this! In the game, Guy F, Kuzuryu, mentions that he has a little sister.
What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game. It's pretty clear. There's no doubt that Guy F had a little sister. Plus, the sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
By the way, what role did Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu, play? You probably noticed, right?
I don't really want to say it myself, but I need to move the conversation forward. The only character in the game is Girl... High school girl who died at the beginning.
I see.
The dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
Based on Guy F's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister. So if the only person left is the dead high school girl, then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister.
Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality you've got there.
Winning personality? Are you praising me?
I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Hey, you said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Yeah, I have a little sister. Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality.
It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events. That's why it's the motive.
Don't go making shit up, bastard!
Bastard!
If she was the type to die easily, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago. I mean, when I first entered Hope's Peak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off. It happened just the other day.
About that. You're probably thinking like that because you've lost your memories.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet!
I see. So you're never gonna accept that that game is based on true events, huh? Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone. That's why I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer.
Okay, you're starting to act weird again.
Anyway, now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Mahiru. Guy F is Fuyuhiko. And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's little sister.
And we don't know who Girl E is.
That's
Nobody
just a
seems to
story
care.
in a fucking game.
If so, then Girl E is Miss Sato.
Could it be? The same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
I don't know what Sato you're talking about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's last name, since they're both really plain names.
What the heck is that wild connection?
Tanaka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
And he also has a strange rivalry going on.
Hey, no one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the game.
Huh? What do you mean, mystery of the game?
My, you don't know. I heard that Girl E got killed.
What? No way! Is that true?
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
My, such awful times we live in. Why did this happen?
You guys are definitely friends.
So the mystery of the game is the murder of Girl E, correct?
Then let's hurry up and solve it! Let's first figure out why Girl E was killed.
The reason Girl E was killed, I should be able to assume why based on the content of the game. Because Girl E was the killer. Yeah.
I see.
The reason Girl E was killed is because she killed the first victim in the game.
Which means Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl. What do you think, Fuyuhiko? Apparently Girl E was killed to avenge your little sister.
You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all. But is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim?
In order to make that clear, we need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance. Look, I made a map of the music room's surroundings, which was the stage of the first case.
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans.
Oh, it's true!
Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person point of view, so mapping as you play is a basic.
We get it! Let's talk about that later so we can focus on the case.
Then, I'll start explaining. Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, and Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound of glass breaking. Immediately, they climbed the stairs to the second floor and headed to where they heard that sound. Girl E was in front of the music room on the second floor, and she confirmed that the sound came from in there. But the door to the music room was locked. So Girl D went to get the key from the office, and when the 5 of them were finally able to go inside, they found the victim's body, dead from a blow to the head. Because the music room's window was broken, the girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that. Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen, so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
Yep, an understandable explanation. Just as expected from the ultimate gamer who excels at clearing games.
But it wasn't a pervert, right?
wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Obviously. Girl E was waiting outside the music room for the other girls after she killed the first victim.
Did she lock the music room from the outside? Then she would have totally needed the key from the office.
Which means Girl E was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
But Girl D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music room, right?
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
You can lock the music room from the inside, right? So from there, Girl E broke the window and escaped, and sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
Then, forget this!
It's not cute to see an old guy sulk.
Hey, is Girl E really the killer? We haven't reached an answer yet.
Based on the details of the game, it's no mistake that Girl E, who was waiting in the hallway, is the killer. Then what did Girl E do after killing the girl inside the music room? I guess I need to clear that up first. This is like the only part that I'm shaky on. Broken vase photo.
After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room?
To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall. Plus,
Or
at
don't
the
you?
entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been there.
Yeah?
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
No.
How was she able to get
Okay.
past those 4 and wait in front of the music?
She probably used a hidden passageway. Twilight's hidden passageway is the world's best!
Okay. So it's gotta be the broken vase
After she killed the first, what did Girl E
to
do?
She just broke
contradict
the window and
what
escaped out.
So how
Nekamaru
did Girl E
says.
to the front of the mute? To go back to the mute, you need to go through. Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
There we are.
No, that's wrong! First of all, the sound the girls heard wasn't the window breaking.
If it wasn't the window, then what broke to make that sound?
A vase.
Vase? How low can you go?
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
So the sound of breaking glass that the 4 girls heard wasn't the music room's window. It was the sound of the vase breaking. Probably.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the 4 girls met in the entrance hall. Girl E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key. With that key, she locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key to the office, and went back to wait in front of the music room. All she had to do was break the vase in the next
Why
door
is
classroom
every single
as the
high
4
school
girls
student
met
like
by
a
the entrance
master
hall.
murderer?
To make them think the murder had just occurred and that the killer had just escaped.
So, when the 4 of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
I see. Now the mystery has been solved.
Wait a minute! The mystery hasn't been solved yet! You haven't determined what the murder weapon was yet!
Murder weapon?
Who cares about the murder weapon? We found out who the killer was.
Not cool! I went to all the trouble of making this death march, so you gotta stick with it to the end!
What the heck? You're so annoying!
Fine, let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like I need to shit.
What is
Which
with
means
you
I'll
and
feel
shitting?
disgusting!
You're the disgusting one.
The weapon is pretty unconventional. The answer was revealed in the game, though.
Was it the fish tank?
Now then, will you guys be able to figure it out?
An unconventional weapon that also appeared in the game. If we're told we can't advance as long as we don't make that clear, then I have to do it. I'll do it. What do you think the weapon is? I have no idea. Was I out of line just now? Now then, there's something I needed to tell you regarding the white noise and the non-stop debates. Some lines of white noise are actually very durable. You won't always destroy them with one shot. Durable white noise will chip away every time you shoot them with a silencer, but unless you completely destroy them, time limit will not be replenished. By the way, if your difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all, so yeah. I heard there's a guy named Gun something. Apparently he has a skill that can increase the power of the silencer. Gun something. I wonder who it is. Well, it's probably Gundam. But doesn't even matter, so yeah, it's great. It's gotta be the broken fish tank, because this is the only weapon among them, among these bullets.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
Yes.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even...
Investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon
That's
with bloodstains
true.
on it? She beat her to death with her fists!
No. Unconventional weapon.
A weapon inside the music. What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
Damn it!
What is the connection between a broken fish tank and attacking
weapon
somebody with a
inside the
broken
music
fish
room,
tank?
huh?
Well, gee, I don't know.
What about broken glass?
No.
Damn it!
Eh.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Beat her up with
Then
a
she attacked her
swimsuit?
with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts...
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
No.
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to... It should have had blood stains.
No. Looks like you've never beaten someone before. You split someone's head in half.
Damn
The
it!
surprising amount of blood shoots out, you know? It's like, oh, yeah, you're right,
Weapon
I'm
inside the
sorry.
music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big
Was
to
it
be
the
a
broken
weapon.
vase?
Piano.
Why are you going even...
The investigation conducts...
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel
No.
instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat... It should have had blood stains.
Damn
it!
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
Oh, I can just pause and look at this stuff real quick? Wow. I wish I knew that a long time ago. Broken fish tank. In Twilight Zone murder case, a tipped-over fish tank was found in the music room where the victim's body was discovered. Gravel and water were scattered everywhere. Stolen school swimsuit. Nah. Killer's escape route. There was a broken window. Broken vase photo. There wasn't any blood on it, though. Victim's crime scene photo. One of the ending prizes. Crime scene photo of the victim. What was she killed with, then? It wasn't the bat. Was she killed with the pretty anime girl mask, even though we're crossing completely different realms right now?
What about broken glass?
Damn it!
Okay,
inside
let's
the
go to
music. What about
Ibuki's
broken
gravel
glass?
thing
Isn't the cause
and
of
agree
death?
with
Then
it
she attacked
with
her
the
with the
broken
fish
fish
tank.
tank
That's
thing.
too big to be a...
Then the piano.
Because
Why are you
honestly,
going
like, what?
Investigation...
It's on that big a scale.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
No.
Damn it!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
I honestly don't have a clue.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them, it should have had bloodstains.
I mean, yes, it should have. That's not what I'm
Weapon
trying
inside
to
the muse.
refute
What about
right
broken
now.
glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with.
That's too big to...
Oh,
the
it's gonna be
piano.
one of
Why are you going
these.
The investigation.
It's on that big a scale.
How about beating her
Show
with.
me
If it's a
what
weapon
happens
that
at
was,
the
it
end.
should have had blood.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains
No,
on
there
it?
wasn't.
She beat her to death with her fist!
Nope.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish.
That's too big
No
to...
way.
the piano.
Did she beat
Why
her
are
to
you
death
going
with her
The
fist?
investigation.
It's on that big a...
How about beating her with.
If it's a weapon that was, it should have
I
had.
feel like
there a
no,
weapon with-
but...
She beat her to death with her fist!
Ah, I missed it.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death? Then she attacked her with.
That's too big to...
Then the piano.
Why are you going even...
The investigation.
It's on the...
And we're out of time. Okay, no. I think I know now.
We will never give up!
I think you do use Broken Fish Tank, but you use it to refute one of two things. You either use it to refute the bloodstains thing with the Broken Fish Tank, because the water would have spilled out and washed away the blood,
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
right?
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death? Then she attacked her with the fish.
That's too big to...
Then the piano.
Why are you going even big?
The investigation conducts.
It's on that big a scale.
How about beating her
No.
with gravel and.
If it's a weapon that was used to beat, it should have had bloodstains.
What? Yeah, but if you pour water everywhere, then it's kind of
weapon
gone,
inside
then,
the music
isn't it?
room,
Don't you
huh?
think? Don't you think so?
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
I'm seriously just completely fucking lost right now. I don't understand why I don't know what's happening. A tipped over fish tank was found in the music room. Ow, that hurt. Maybe I agree with the broken fish tank because of the victim's crime scene photo. No, because she's not wet. Like if they did it with the victim would be wet. She's not. Unless the stolen school swimsuit is like 1,000 pounds, I don't understand how that could be anything.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even...
The investigation conducts.
It's on that big a...
How about beating her with gravel?
If it's a weapon that was, it should have had bloodstains.
I've just break like everything to do with this, with like every single
A
thing.
weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
I agree. Nope, that's not it.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Nope, not that either. Alright. Like, we're gonna have to do it this way now.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass? A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death? Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
Yes, and the school swimsuit proves it. It's another one of
A weapon inside
those.
the music room, huh? What about broken glass? A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the...
Didn't you talk to her with the fish?
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even...
The investigation conducts...
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to... It should have had blood stains.
I don't... Because that's the only statement you can refute, so I feel like it's
Weapon
got
inside the
something to
music.
do
What about
with
broken
that.
glass?
Isn't the cause of death...
Oh, you all
Didn't you
yelling
talk
at
to
your
her-
screen
too
right now?
big to-
Then the
Don't
piano.
worry, I'm
Why are you
feeling it in
going
my
even-
face.
Investigation.
It's on that big a...
How about beating her with... If it's a weapon that was... It should have had blood...
Was there a weapon with bloodstains?
She beat her to death with her fists!
Nope.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
I'm just gonna try, like, victim's
A
crime
weapon
scene
inside
photo
the
with
music
everything.
room, huh? What about broken glass?
Because this is what we're forced to do now. I just need to brute force it.
A weapon inside the... What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death...
Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
Nope. No, sure. I mean,
A
I
weapon
do...
inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death...
Didn't you talk to her with the fish?
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation can...
It's on that big a scale.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
Nope. And my influence gauge is done. I have failed, and it feels so good. Yeah, I'd like to retry if you
We
don't
will
mind.
never give up!
Maybe it's my altered state. Because I'm sick, there's something that's just it's not doing nothing.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be...
Then the piano.
Why are you going even...
The investigation...
It's on that big a scale.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat... It should have had blood stains.
I thought maybe she threw the weapon out the window.
Damn it!
But
A
apparently
weapon
not.
inside the music room, huh? What about broken
I
glass?
agree, because of the killer's escape route. Oh, son of a bitch.
A weapon inside the music... What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow...
Didn't you talk to her
Oh,
with the
killer's
fish
escape
tank?
route. Oh, bullshit. Oh, damn. Oh, crap. Oh, this just blows the
A
house
weapon
right
inside
now.
the... What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death...
Didn't you talk to her?
That's too big to be...
Then the piano.
Why are you going even...
The investigation...
It's on that big a...
How about beating her with gravel instead?
Yes, because of the victim's escape route. I mean, the murderer's escape route. I've been
Weapon
wrong
inside the
like
music. What about
20
broken
times in a
glass?
row.
Isn't
My
the cause of
credibility
death
is
when
really
she
taking a
talked to
That's
hit.
too big to...
Then the piano.
Why are you going even...
Investigation.
It's on that big a...
Killer's
How about
escape
beating her
route
If it's a
does
weapon that was
not
used- it
refute
should have
that,
had
so
blood.
skip
Was there a
that.
weapon with bloodstains?
Beat her to death with her
Beat her to death with her
fists.
fists!
That is incorrect also. Alright, next.
A weapon inside the music
Stolen
room,
school
huh?
swimsuit.
What about broken glass?
Does the stolen school swimsuit do that? No, sir, it doesn't.
A weapon inside the music... What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a...
Didn't you talk to her with the fish
Yes,
tank?
according to the stolen school swimsuit. Oh, you're gonna tell me that's wrong? Oh, you're really gonna tell me that's wrong right now,
Weapon
huh?
inside the
Oh,
what about
okay,
broken
okay,
glass?
I
Isn't the
see.
cause of death...
Didn't you talk to her?
I
That's
see
too
how
big
it's
to-
going
Then
to
the
be.
piano.
Why are you going
Yeah,
even...
man,
Investigation.
It's on that
that's
big
big
a
a
scale.
scale. How
beating her
about
with
that?
gravel?
What?
I agree with that.
I'm sorry, what?
I got it. The killer must have used gravel to attack the victim.
My goodness. I got it right. And I was just throwing things out there. Just as I thought! I'm chosen by the gods!
You're not chosen at all, and gravel is impossible. It's too small to be a weapon.
What if the gravel was put inside some sort of bag?
A bag? What kind of bag?
If the weapon is something that appeared in the game, then so is the bag. And the only thing I can think of is the school swimsuit.
That is so bullshit. You can't expect anyone to guess
If you tie
that.
the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, it'd make an effective weapon.
Gravel inside the swimsuit?
Even the ace attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea!
But for the killer, it's an idea that kills two birds with one stone. To make people think the killer is some pervert, it makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen.
Nobody in the
And if that
world
swimsuit
would
was
ever
used to make
think
an
about
improvised
that.
weapon,
Not a
it'd have
single
to be
person.
disposed of later.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This happiness you feel when the mystery you create is solved. Only producers know this feeling of ecstasy.
But the real important talk begins now.
Alright, that's gonna do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe and whatnot, and I'll see you guys next time.